Hello, I'm back. Bunny, how you doing? Ah, so, for those of you joining us late, um, I will say that I just recorded the podcast episode of my interview with Jessica Fields, who is the how-to artist on here now, formerly the soft-spoken poet. We've been talking about doing a podcast episode for a while, and I was putting it off for reasons for my own thing. And then I'm like, hey, look, can you do it this day or this day? And today she was like, I could be ready and blah blah blah. And I'm like, let's just do it. So knocked that out. So that's cool. Uh, all that stuff feels better. The podcast itself, the interview went really good. Podcast is going to be great. I can't wait for you guys to hear that. So I'm getting lots of podcasts in the can. Actually, I don't know how interesting this is going to be for everyone. I think it'll end up interesting, especially if you're like not into it at the beginning. But I also have an interview coming up with the person who runs the San Fernando Valley Zine Fest that I did back in September. Um, we're going to be talking about writing and craft and zine making and stuff like that. And through the conversation we had through email about it, I'm really excited. It's going to be really, really cool. So, and I'm recording that, I think, tomorrow. So I have just a ridiculous amount of episodes. Or wait, no, Saturday I'm recording it, I think. Ooh, now I don't know. Gosh, I have to look at my thing again. Uh I need to write things down. God damn it. And especially with the publishing house coming, like there are going to be so many dates that I need to know about and have memorized in the whole fucking thing. So, ah, Bunny, how are you doing? I wonder what that is. I have to look at that. 2 seconds. What is happening now? Um, oh my gosh. Um, I just got a message from Jimmy Gilsdorf on the last video I put up, and it says, "Bro, the killing of P3 was so completely out of nowhere, and I couldn't have loved it more. Keep doing whatever you need to do." Oh my god, that's awesome. That's a story I wrote years ago, and it's in. I think that one's in Panic, and that's just good to hear. Like sometimes, like you don't think about the stuff you made a long time ago. You know, even if you re-release it and do all that stuff, you just don't. You don't think of how it will connect with readers and stuff like that. So that's I like that. I like hearing about that. So that's cool. Okay, in just a couple minutes, I got a new cup of coffee. I'm just going to be working, doing the stuff. And if you guys come in, like hit me up and say hello and ask me whatever you want to ask me and stuff. Other than that, let my coffee drinking and stapling and folding be the ASMR that takes you to the better place. Um, yeah. So I just figured I get a lot of questions about um, like putting chapbooks together and all that stuff. JH, dude. Gotta love the time difference helps me catch up on streams. Oh man. What time is it there? It's probably what? Like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night there. Oh, it's really only 9:30, huh? Wow. Well, I mean, I figured it was like closer to the 30 because that doesn't really change. I thought UK was 9 hours ahead. Or maybe that's when it's not daylight savings time. Good. Are you an hour ahead of the UK? Let me see if my world clock in my head is correct. God, they might be the same. I don't know. Oh my gosh, I love my new stapler, guys. Yep, 1 hour ahead. Okay. Dude, this stapler is so substantial. And oh, I love this rubber thing that keeps it from moving. This thing is all over the place. I'd be stapling it and the thing would like shoot out into another direction. Ah, my God. Okay, let me go through these covers real quick. Okay, now we're in business. Oh man, I had maybe I dropped these. I don't know. I have boxes now because all of the drawers that I normally put my chapbooks in are now either filled with materials or with ridiculous amounts of reams of paper, and I'm running out of room for everything, and I really need to make all of this work. Wait, this is the right book, right? Okay. I haven't done that yet. Touch wood. I haven't put the wrong book in the wrong cover to my knowledge yet. So, oh my gosh, I don't even have to hold it. Oh, brilliant. I am loving this. I am in love with this stapler. But all of this has been making me really think of different things I could be making. I think I'm going to be doing postcard packs because for those of you who are on Patreon, I have those postcards of my artwork with like a poem on them and stuff. I think I'm going to be actually making those for everybody and doing like little packs of them. So, gonna be doing that. Okay, so let's see. If I don't touch it at all and I just let it sit there, where does the staple? Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, I need to actually put the staple where I need the staple. Oh my God, this is so easy. Why was I battling for life and death with that damn thing? God, when you. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know if this is the same kind of idea, but let's use this analogy. When you go to like either Africa or India, I can't remember where this story originates from. Might be Africa. But these people, like when travelers would come and they would see these great big giant elephants tethered with like a little piece of rope onto like a little stick in the ground, they would be blown away that the elephants weren't like just leaving and taking off and all this stuff, these big giant beasts, you know? And one of the guys says to one of the people who were keeping the elephants, they're like, how do you keep these big, massive creatures from just walking off with that rope and the stick? Because they could easily pull that up out of the ground. And the guy said, well, we catch them when they're babies and we tie them to the stick, and they're not strong enough when they're babies to get away from it. And so they try and they try and they try. But then when they can't do it, they just learn that they will not be able to get away. So then when they get older, they just never try because they tried so hard when they were younger. And sometimes I think I do things like that. Like I was using this stapler, which is a good stapler, but it's not a great stapler. And over the years, it lost the rubber on the bottom. The top broke. This thing jams all the fucking time. And I'm just like, well, that's a stapler. And that's just how staplers are. And this is my plight. So this is how my life is. And I never even was just like, you know what? I could just get a new stapler and my life would be 100 times easier. Don't be the big elephant, guys. Be the, God, what would be the thing to turn into? I don't know. Be something that pulls the stick out of the ground, guys. Just pull the stick out of the fucking ground. Let's shoot for that. Let's see. Jade says, but the UK should really be divided into 2 time zones because they have that Greenwich thing. Oh yeah, right through the center of it, right? Yeah, that's silly. Where you can stand in the past with one foot and stand in the future with the other, with the present going right up your middle bits. Yeah, we have like 3 or 4 of those things in America, like where you could stand in the past and whatever. That's interesting. And then, heck, if you go to the international date line, you're really in the past and future and whatever. Let's see. Oh my God, this is so easy. Oh, don't get long arm staplers, guys. Get booklet staplers. It makes your life 100 times easier. Instead of having to like measure the book thing with this thing, like trying to find out like how wide your book is and the stopper that will, yeah, nightmare. This is easy. And it doesn't do this. That drives me crazy. It's like a fucking horror movie. What movie is that? That's the sound from a movie. Yeah. Hey, Bunny, if you're still here, do you have Last Chance? This podcast I started, not the I Hate Matt Wall podcast, but like 10 years ago, I started another podcast called Jalo Chow Chow, which is the All Jalo Show. And I'm trying to remember when I kind of bowed out. I quit a couple different times. One when I was in the desert because I just didn't have the ability to watch movies and then be online for hours to talk about it. And then here, I don't have the time to watch a 2-hour movie and take notes on it and then do a 4-hour podcast about it. I don't have that time to do. But they are about to do episode 100, and the guys who are doing the show still want me to come back and do the 100th episode. And there's a part of me that wants to do it just because, like, I do really enjoy talking to those guys. I really, really do. But I don't have the time to put into that kind of stuff. I mean, I guess if I'm doing that show and able to do this while I'm doing it, that makes sense, right? Oh my God, this stapler is fucking amazing. Oh, I am over the moon, guys. Find a moon and send me over it. Right now, please. Josh, how dare you make books in your kitchen without an ISBN? See, the thing that's funny, and I don't know if this is known, but I'm trying to remember the exact letter of it. But for something like this, even though these are like chapbooks, I would consider them books, they would probably fall under periodicals with the way they're made. So it wouldn't even be an ISBN number. It would be an I think it's ISAN number that is used for periodicals like magazines, newspapers, things of that nature. I don't know. Maybe they would fall under ISBN numbers. The only reason why I never used an ISBN number is because I never was looking at my books as things that I was trying to sell in Barnes and Noble. Because really, I mean, there's Barnes and Noble, Books A Million, and I'm trying to think of another. Oh, Costco, if I was doing like, or Target or Walmart or something like that. If that was going to be my marketplace, then yeah, I would get an ISBN number for everything. When the press starts, I will probably be getting ISBN numbers for those because there will be a very good possibility that our books will be carried in outlets that mainly focus on scanning books. But all my books on Amazon have the same kind of thing. It's called an ASIN on Amazon because it's focused on Amazon and Amazon related stores. So it's the same thing as an ISBN number. It does the same thing, but it does it for, like, look, like even my proof copy of Poetic Anarchy 3 has it. You know, it's you get them on all your shit. And again, like, you could get batches of them and they're cheaper the more you buy. But normally an ISBN number costs around $75, I think, is the going rate for one number for your book. But if you know you're going to be putting out like 20 books over the next however many years, you can buy ahead and get a bunch of ISBN numbers, and then you don't have to code them until the book's ready to come out. So yeah, that was a funny, that cracked me up. Beautiful. Man, this stapler is amazing. Josh, look at the stapler. I just got a new stapler. It's beautiful. Yeah, that's a good point. Selling when you sell direct, it's a win-win for the consumer and you. Here's the thing. I've been talking kind of a lot about being unsure if the press's books are going to be sold on Amazon or not. And I've been doing some research and looking into it. And obviously, out of any store you sell your stuff in, if you end up getting an Amazon distribution deal, meaning if I print 2,000 books, I could send Amazon 500 of them and they'll keep them in a warehouse. And when they sell, I'll get a commission off of them. Amazon's commissions are the worst in the industry. The absolute worst. From every distributor, from every marketplace, they're just the worst. So there's that. But then the other thing I found out was if you are selling to small shops, small mom and pop shops, boutique shops, gift shops, things like that, and you tell them that this is a product that is not available on Amazon, there is a ridiculous higher percentage chance of them buying copies to sell in their store. If it's something that you could only get either like on my website or the press's website or whatever, because what a lot of people don't like is people go shopping, and when they're out shopping, it's mainly window shopping. And if they see things they like, they'll get out their phone and see how much it is on Amazon. And then they'll either buy it right there in the store on Amazon, or they'll go, well, I'll just search it when I get home and see how much it is on Amazon. And that's fucked because Amazon's not paying all of these other stores to be the showroom for products that they carry. And so that pisses me off. I could understand that from a small business owner as to why that would make me really fucking angry. So now there's this, because before I was just thinking about the Amazon thing because of a money thing. And, people could bitch about Amazon's business practices and all that shit. But as far as I've been concerned with Amazon, I've only been doing ebooks through them and print on demand through them. But as a publisher, I would have to be actually making the books and then sending those books to Amazon for Amazon to store and do things with. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of companies do it, but they do it begrudgingly because, again, Amazon pays horribly. Their commission rates are fucking garbage. Or not their commission rates, but their royalty payouts. Okay, so those are set aside. What's next? What do we have next? This is... Oh, yeah, I can't do those ones yet. So I put those there. That's the new book. What do we have here? This is... Oh, that's still the new book. We'll just put that there. And this is... Okay, we will come back to that guy. Oh, no, don't fall. Don't fall. Oh, wow, that's a... What is that? Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll do these right now. This book has not sold very well, but I didn't think it would, so let's do it. My fiction in chapbook form does not sell anywhere close to what my poetry sells. So I have a few more of these than of most of my other books. How many pages is this? Okay. But yeah, if you guys are into short stories and stuff, I think Preview of a Dangerous Mind is the strongest one out of the three I have that are, what do you call it? Short fiction. I got a hairspray covers today to set the ink on the Poems About Fucking book. And I got to put those together. But those need to set for a while. What time is it? Okay, it is 12. Okay. So as long as I start that by 2, I'll have enough time for those to dry. So we'll do that. That's fine. Oh, fucked up. Now I think some of these got printed funny, so I gotta be careful and make sure I'm actually looking at what I'm doing here. So I don't know if you guys remember when I made Off the Grid, I forgot that the book was 4 pages longer than the rest of the books. And so I printed them out, and it didn't. I have to actually like manually put in how many pages the print is going to be as I'm doing it. And it didn't print the last 4 pages. And I was like, what the fuck's going on with these books? How come these numbers aren't matching up? I was like, ugh. But I like taking my time. Like, this is nice. I usually don't do this. Everything is always in such a mad dash. Yeah, this was a bad idea because it makes me rush everything, dude. So getting all these done is going to be a hell of a lot better for sure. What book is that? Okay. Josh says, I paused and came back. I love the idea of selling in small bookshops and it being exclusive. Like, as an author, I like the idea of going that route because I write for the love of it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's something where, like, even if it's exclusive for a period of time, and then you just go, because like honestly what I've learned over all the years of everything I've done, whether it was being in bands, whether it was like fucking making movies or anything like that, there is a way that people get things done that seems to work and be the thing that people do all the time, and it's like the standard, this works, so whatever, here we go. And then there's just the really simple way of doing something, which is building your audience. Like, for so many years, I was following people whose whole goal was, this is what you have to do in order for Amazon to sell your books for you. To where it's just passive income. Blah, 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 blah. And all of that information is really good. And again, I don't want to sound like I'm shitting on Amazon completely, because I made a living off of Amazon for a very long time and I still make money off of them. Okay. So I'm not one of these people who are like, Amazon's the devil. I don't like their practices. I don't like how they're putting people out of work everywhere. I don't like how they treat their own employees. And I don't like how they treat the writers on KDP. I don't like any of these things. Okay. But it's like, if you build an audience, then you're fine. And for some reason, so many people think like that's like almost like one of the last things they think about. They're like, oh, well, I have a Twitter and I'm on Instagram. That's fine. And it's like, no, that's not fine. That's not enough. That's not what building an audience is. Like, building an audience is like having people who love the shit you do interact with you about it and anticipate the things that are coming next. It's like, how is this something that people don't understand? This is how things were done for since the beginning of commerce, since the beginning of art, for hundreds of fucking years. And it just seems like in the last 20 years, the whole idea of building your audience is like this weird novel thing that like people go to seminars and shit to try to figure out. And it just goes back to even just being a good person. Don't be a dick and things will be good. It's like whatever. Let's see. Bunny was getting burgers and Bunny is good. JH wants a burger that looks delicious. Bunny is awesome. And Bunny says that's a great story. I feel like Bunny is watching everything that has happened up until now on like 15 speed, trying to get caught up. What was I going to say about that? What was I going to say about Bunny trying to get caught up? Fuck me, dude. I don't even remember anymore. Oh, yeah, I was going to say that. Guys, don't feel bad if you have to play my videos at 2 speed. Every video I watch on YouTube. So if you ever go, hey, does Matt watch my videos? Know that, yes, I do watch them, but I watch them at 2 speed. When I listen to podcasts, I listen to podcasts at 2 speed. When I listen to audiobooks, I listen to audiobooks at like 2.5 to 3 point speed. Because I got shit to do. I got stuff to take care of. And even if it's just something that's going on in the background, it has to be going that fast. And I think I talk very slow. I'm that whole California bro dude kind of thing. And I didn't even know that was like an accent, like a dialect, until I went to, I was in Florida and I was hanging out with some people from like Alabama and Mississippi and stuff. And their accents were so thick. And I was asking them about it. And they're like, well, what about your accent? I'm like, I don't have a fucking accent. What are you talking about? And they're like, no, your surfer dude accent. That's your California accent, right? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I was like a kid when this was going on. But yeah, so I would not feel bad at all if you guys were like, yeah, I listened to you at 2 speed, because it's a chore listening to my drawing words out. Like when I say and, like, I'm giving you all these things to get annoyed at with me. I should keep my fucking mouth shut. Good Lord. But even when I like listen back to the podcast to make sure everything's good on it or whatever, I listen to the podcast at 2 speed. I don't got fucking a half hour to fucking listen to me fucking run the liquor about shit. Come on. I got shit to do, dude. So I would not feel bad is what I'm saying. Germany is 9 hours ahead. Okay, so if Germany is 9 hours ahead and Sweden is 8 hours ahead. Wait. No. Sweden's 9 hours ahead. Germany's 9 hours ahead. So Germany and Sweden are in the same time zone. Fuck. I could have got to that fucking answer a lot quicker. Oh, buddy. But he just said, I just now realized I wasn't watching live. That's fucking hysterical. And so when Buddy gets to the part where I was talking about how like Buddy's like watching in the past or whatever, Bunny will have a good laugh. So that's awesome. Looking forward to that. Oh my gosh, this is taking forever. I don't know if Bunny is in the present. I think Bunny just realized that she was in the past. So she better put this on 2-speed and get caught up that way. But I don't know if she's going to hear the part about speeding up the video until much later. That's fucking hysterical. I don't know why. I don't know where I am, but I'm happy to be there. But he's like, shut up. I'm eating burgers. Like, life is great. Like, leave me alone. No, but seriously. Oh, and there it goes. In and out like a burger. God damn it. I forgot. I had some. Oh, that's what I was going to say. People who make chapbooks and zines. There is this thing you can get. And I don't know why this is the thing to get, because it seems like there's a million things that do the job, but people swear by it. And it kind of freaks me out. But that's unnecessary. But there's this thing, it's like a whalebone piece that you use to flatten your folds down nice. Like you just put it down and like slide it on the thing, and it like makes the fold really good. I like using a lighter if I need to, and that seems to work okay. But people are like, no, because see how flat that is for me using the lighter compared to this. So watch, I'll do it again with the lighter and just slide it on the, and now it's all flat. I should do this all the time. I don't know why I don't. Let me go back and do this now. But yeah, so I don't know why whalebone is like the way to go, because some people like they make plastic things like this, and people are like, nope, the whalebone, you got to use the whalebone, and I'm like, that's fucking disgusting. First off, like, I don't want to support any part of just killing whales for no fucking reason. I don't even know if it's appropriate to say bit there. I don't know if it's okay to say it here, but you guys could bit me all day if you want. That's fine. I don't mind. I'm game. Oh, and for those of you watching this, I'm going to record it tomorrow, I guess. But the Ask Me Anything Else, I've already gotten a few like really cool and then also bizarre questions, which is exactly what I was looking for. But just if you guys have any questions about anything other than publishing and poetry and writing and all that other stuff, ask them, send them my way. Actually, like if you have questions about poetry and publishing, you can ask it. That's fine. But I was just trying to get some different kind of levity in there. We're discussing German, the German language. Yeah, I know all about speak and say Deutsch. I could do that. Do you know how to speak and say Deutsch? I just did. So what do you think of that? Huh? 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 But yeah, that whalebone thing trips me out. I don't understand it. It's weird. I don't know how a bone can be a better stick than a plastic stick. I don't understand the science behind why that is a better thing. I wonder if I could do that with the staples in it. I don't think I can. I could kind of do it. Okay, I'll play. I'll play around. This is actually going to be really interesting trying to figure out how much stuff I should have for this and how much stuff I should have for the Zine Fest and how much stuff I should have for the crowdfunding campaign. I need to go back and look and see how many chapbooks I put together as tier packages on the last campaign, because there were quite a bit. If I remember correctly, One Night was originally just available on the campaign, if I recall. It has to be a magic thing because I have no idea. But it's funny because a lot of the people I know who use it are like super liberal, like zinesters who make like super political zines. And I'm like, how can you be rubbing a whalebone all over these zines about veganism? Like, none of this makes sense to me. I don't get it. I am going to go through Indiegogo just because I already have a track record on there. I wanted to do Kickstarter, but there's a part of me that feels it's important to be able to show the other campaigns on there as well. But then I'm like, so does that mean I'm on Indiegogo forever, or should I just move over to Kickstarter? What do you guys think? Oh, JH, I don't know if I told you this. My kid was studying sign language for 3 years in school, and then was going to be a sign language interpreter. And then for some reason, all of a sudden decided that wasn't going to be the route for them because they wanted to learn Norwegian and go to college in Norway, because there is some music artist, some female music artist that my kid was really into. And my kid was really liking that show Skam. That was like my kid's favorite show. And then my kid just started watching all of these Norwegian shows, and then got Duolingo and started learning Norwegian, and got actually really good in a ridiculous amount of time for just learning on an app. And then they ended up in a relationship, and now nothing has happened with either of those things, the sign language thing or the Norwegian thing. So I think Bunny's caught up. Bunny, did you have to like speed up and like put me at 2-speed? How did you get out of the past? But yeah, you were talking about sign language and shit, and I was like, oh my God, like, is that really impressive? Like, am I being too hard on my kid? That was one of the things that made him upset. Like, they really wanted to go to school in Norway, but like, you have to be able to what's the word I'm looking for here? I guess proficient in Norwegian in order to be able to go to school there, according to what my kid said. I don't know. Maybe it was just the school they were looking at. But I want to go back to the past and the future after the stream. Okay. Yeah, it depends on what they want to study. Yeah. So American Sign Language is more difficult than Swedish Sign Language. Is that how that works? I totally wanted to talk to you about that on the podcast, and I don't know how we started talking about that and then walked away from it so quick. Well, there's two different American Sign Language. There's ASL, and then there's I can't remember what the other one's called, and I think it's more based on Content Bonanza. What's up, Jeff? Yeah, I had to leave for the interview for a podcast, and I thought it wasn't going to happen right away, and so I went back and forth on it. So had to end the stream, do the podcast, and come back. I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's more of like spelling things out instead of learning the actual signs for words in general. Jimmy, what's up, dude? Thank you for what you said about the story, man. I appreciate it. Oh, wow. That's crazy. You guys have to be careful with Bunny. Bunny may be in the past right now. Bunny has broken the space-time continuum, and now there is a vortex. In fact, the end of every episode of Rick and Morty is pretty much what's going on at Bunny's right now. Oh, don't sweat it, man. Whenever you can is fine. Maybe when I do the podcast with the person who put together the San Fernando Valley Zine Fest, I will ask them why whalebone is better than plastic. Maybe they'll know. Funny mention of sign language. I've been writing my main character being mute, so that's how he talks. Well, there you go. It's all over the place. Yeah, there's stuff like that here as well, like signed Swedish or just using the alphabet. Oh. Consonants only, really. So when you're doing the stuff and you're just spelling things out, people fill in the vowels themselves. Yeah, seriously. This stream's all over the place. And in case anyone was wondering, I'm in stage 2 fat burning right now with my fast. Oh, on Total Anarchy Crew news. So Nate was like training to be a wrestler, and I guess he just wrestled. Did I see that right? Anyone who is down with Nate, like, do you guys know what I'm talking about? It looked like he was at a wrestling show, and it looked like he was heading to the ring, but I didn't see any pictures of him in the ring. The vowels are. Oh my gosh. So you do the consonants and then mouth the vowels. That is intense, dude. That is really nuts. That would totally work though. Huh. Wow, that's fucking clever, dude. I wonder if that's how the other version is. I'll have to ask my kid. I want to say it's something like BSL or something. I'm editing the recording of your future to go on public broadcasting. Oh shit, that's awesome, man. Hell yeah. What's the reach of that? It's like Boston, right? Boston. Go to Dunks. Get a cup. Nice. That's awesome. Okay, let me see. Can you answer this question for me? I have been told by people who I think might be pulling my leg, but they say if you live in Boston, that everyone. I'm on my way to Ducks now. Okay, so that thing's legit. Okay, that's cool. No, but I was told that everyone in Boston is related to a Boston cop. Everyone in Boston who is from Boston, like born and raised, or in the Boston area, somewhere in their family, living right now, there is a Boston cop. Not me. Okay. So that's more of a people are fucking with me thing. It almost seems like it's a play on like Irish stereotypes or something like that. How they throw that around. I don't know. People tell me shit that's not true all the time because I'm always like so like, oh yeah, tell me more. I am related to John Adams. Damn, there you go. Put that in your bio, dude. It's probably true if you're Irish. Yep, that's it. There it is. Okay, let me see here. Okay, where can I put this? These have to go in the box. Oh, that goes in the box. Okay. So, in the last one of these little videos I did, I was talking about different kinds of cardstock and what I like better for my printer and everything. This stuff here, this is also amazing for the printer. Like this, it's just like butter. I can't remember what the actual weight for it is, and it's not necessarily cardstock because it's not card, but it's a thick paper that is very light, if that makes any sense. It's sturdy paper. It's thicker and sturdier than actual paper. But this is, I don't like it as much as this paper that I use for Last Chance and Shit Poems, but it's a close second. And I use this on this one and Coldest Beer in the Desert has this. It's like, it's not cardstock. It's just a thicker paper, and it's really good. The printer likes it. And when the printer's happy, I'm happy. By the way, that thing you are planning for a week from now, is that a secret, or can I ask a question about it? I think you can ask a question about it because I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the open mic thing? Yeah, ask a question about it. I have my orientation thing tomorrow, so I haven't really been talking a whole lot about it because I just want to make sure I know everything that's going on. But yeah, ask away. Let me see. Is this going to be easier to do like this? Oh, that's nice. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so I will put that there. Okay. And what are these? Okay, let's do it like this. It's like this. It's like that. It's like this. And have you guys seen that reel or TikTok or whatever? How Tesla, you can use Bluetooth or whatever to change the sound of your horn or upload a different noise for your horn. And somebody, instead of it sounding like a horn honking, their car goes, "Move, bitch, get out the way, get out the way." I was like, good God, this country, this world. So JH says, yeah, how's it going to work? Can anyone participate or anarchy only? No, anyone can participate. And it's like, I'm not even really hosting it. Like, it'll be on my channel, but I think it's also, I mean, Jeff probably knows more about this than I do. I don't know how it works exactly. It'll be on my channel and then on, I guess, their Facebook page and maybe their Instagram. I don't know exactly how it works. Chill, baby. How you doing? But speaking of funny reels, and then I'll never do it again because it makes me like want to hurt myself. I'm just not the huge fan. I'll be at the orientation to show you restream. Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Good. I'm glad you're going to be there. That's good. Because I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, so there's this funny thing. And what time is that on Saturday that we're doing that? I think it was noon. I have it written down, I think, in an email or something. But yeah, so there was this kid being interviewed at an amusement park. And this kid is freaking hysterical. He kind of looks like the Ginge kid from The Sandlot from back in the day. And the reporter like kneels down to ask a question or whatever, and ask the kid like, what did you think of the ride? And the kid takes the microphone and he goes, Apparently, I have never been on live television before. I don't watch the news because I am a kid. The only time I watch live TV is with my grandparents when we're watching the Powerball. Dude, this kid was just killing it, nailing it. And he like started to walk away from the reporter and he kept just going, apparently. Da, 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 da. And then they're like, well, what do you think of the ride? Apparently, the ride was exciting. There was ups, there was downs. It was apparently a lot of fun. And I was just dying. I'm like, this kid is going to end up being a reporter or a newscaster or something. And then, like, when he's doing weather, they're going to say, hey, look what we found in the archives. Here's you know, Billy Two Socks. But back when he was a kid, the first time he was ever on live television, apparently. Oh, my God. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. I was dying. I was dying. I thought that was so freaking funny, which is amazing because I think most of the people on TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff, I think social media has, and reels and whatever, I've talked about this before. I think the biggest damage that it's done has made people who are really not funny at all and will never be funny, that gives them this illusion that they could be funny. And so what that means now is that the world is subjugated to watch people who think they're funny try to be funny. And that is the most insulting thing for my life. Having a social media company give a platform to bad comedians. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too hard, but I don't know. Like people who like, I don't know. Maybe I should just stop. I think the thing that is killing me more than anything is like people who just do reaction videos and like half the screen is like their face watching a screen, and then they say like damn or something, and like now we have had something happen between us spiritually or something. I don't get it. But then again, I'm old as fuck, and so I'm not supposed to get these things. Only a ginger can call a ginger a ginger. Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it. I repent. I repent. The small in stature, red-headed lad is what I will say. Yeah, JH, but now you have to start a podcast. So make that happen. You have to start a podcast in a land where nobody listens to podcasts. So make that a thing. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way. Yeah, but I'm assuming Youngblood's doing it and like giving like what his thoughts on that thing are and like critiquing and talking about it, right? As opposed to like somebody just like watching a video and then laughing. I don't know. Maybe people do that. I don't know. I'm being a little snippy. I don't know. The thing that grinds my gears. Here we go. This is the thing. And this is when I was just like, I'm done. I cannot ever go on Instagram again now. is when you watch a reel or something and it's like, and this fits perfect because we got rule of thirds happening right here. But like, let's say I'm on TikTok right now and I'm like, I'm pointing at words. If the words are the thing that's important, what the fuck am I doing on here? Why are you here dancing and pointing to words that I would be reading anyway, with or without you on this screen? If you are that good looking that will make me stay, why are there words there at all? Don't say anything and just stand there. That's fine too. But you being there to point to something that I would normally look at anyway, it's like, it's insulting, dude. It's insulting. Listen to me. I sound like a crazy old man yelling at clouds. That is me right now. I've never understood it. I'm like, this is the stupidest thing that's ever happened. I cannot wait for the next fad to come, like where, I don't know, people, I don't know, drink cow piss or something for fun. Like, make something else be the thing that people are doing. Because the pointing, man, that is not my favorite thing in the world. I got that song. It's all over the place. Oh, wait, actually, let me do that real quick. There we go. This lighter is like the perfect size for doing this. This is way better than a whalebone. I'm just going to say. Just going to say it now so y'all heard me. Oh, so the other thing I was going to say about the open mic thing, I think how I'm going to do it is like first round is like you read the poems that you want to read at a open mic thing. And then the second round is going to be more of, I mean, I guess it could be kind of considered a workshop, but a very quick one. And the second round, it'll be kind of like gamified, if that makes sense. Like, it'll be like more of like a scavenger hunt kind of thing than anything else. So I'm going to have to like go over that with everybody and make sure that that's okay to do. And, but I think it is okay to do. So there'll be like different rules each week that it goes on and stuff like that. So that'll be good fun. I'm looking forward to that. I was tired and irritated after shaving 90 pounds off my bone last night. Chill, baby, no. I was tired and irritated after shaving 90 pounds off my palm last night, but it's beginning to feel better without all the weight, like shearing. That's awesome. I'm glad that feels better. But seriously, like, take a step away from it. Like, don't look at it for a couple days. All right, Jens. Now you gotta talk everyone into bed. That's the podcast. Um, what could it be called? Tucking you in with Jens. Do that. That'll be it. That'll be it. And you could just like talk about what you did that day, like how your day was. Oh shit. Sometimes I can't tell when cars pull up if I'm listening to someone's stereo or if I'm listening to just people like rapping outside because that happens too. So it's weird. Sometimes I don't notice it. Oh yes, and throw in some ASMR poetry. Totally. When you read in Swedish, it was like listening to music because I didn't know the words. It was so beautiful. Yeah, totally. Yeah, there were some like because like you were saying how Swedish is kind of sing-songy, but there were certain words that you said when you were saying it that was like um, very musical for sure, but like they would just roll so nice. It was like and up and down, and yeah, that was good. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, I think that's the one I'm thinking of too. Oh, because you haven't heard the rest of it. Yeah, because in the next episode, there's two more poems that he reads. So, um, yeah, and it was that repetitive thing. Yeah, for real. That was like total lullaby. Lullaby. No, that's let her cry. What's how do you do lullaby? Okay, so maybe I should combine Swedish and English in an open mic thing. Yeah, dude, try it. Hell, do pig Latin. Let's see what happens. Oh wait, I didn't do it yet. Dang it. When the sun comes up tomorrow. We are getting close. Oh, something's burning outside. That doesn't smell good. God damn it. And you know what? Here, I'm going to blow your guys' mind. The guy who I think set the fire in the lot, he, like Red Pants, like for those of you who read the poem Red Pants and all that stuff, I think that's what the poem is called. He's been gone ever since that field burned. And I saw him yesterday. And he was just as nuts. He was yelling at people across the street. And but his pants are now like really bright pink. So I don't know if he got new pants and just is now wearing pink pants, or if like he like went into the like county pool or community pool in his red pants, and then when he got out, the bleach in the pool turned his pants pink. But yeah, so now he's pink pants. But he's back. So yay. He's like the only unhoused person in this whole area that I ever felt like he's going to do something stupid to somebody. Like he should not be on the street. Like somebody needs to do something with him. Like like there's all sorts of people who are unhoused in this area, but most of them are unhoused because they're just fucking unhoused and rent is too fucking expensive and they don't have a job. But him, like, he is like a dangerous dude. And in every encounter I've had with him, I kept like trying to like stand between him and other people because I felt like he was getting a little too crazy. Because he kept telling people he was going to light them on fire and watch them burn at the top of his lungs, you know. But yeah, so I'm not thrilled that he's back, but we'll see. Pink Panther, Pink Pant's the sequel. Yeah, totally. I also saw, I did like this is in my like vlog thing, but I also saw a woman in a small dress with it pulled up around her ass on a mattress on the sidewalk, pleasuring herself with great gusto while two dudes were on a couch, also on the sidewalk, in front of her, watching her do this while they were smoking rock. So yesterday was an interesting walk around the neighborhood. But like, I don't know if it's, I was talking to someone in the building and they're like, I'm like, have you seen those people? Like, and I like went through the thing and I'm like, did they just like move in on the sidewalk right there? Like there's a couch, there's a dresser, there's a mattress, there's all this stuff. It's almost like somebody like just took everything out of their apartment and put it down on the street. And a couple other people from the building like came up while we were talking. And apparently that's all, like that stuff just ends up there every other day. Like it's not all from one place and all this other shit. And the people who were staying there aren't the same people every day. That the people who've been staying there keep getting rolled by the cops and taken away for like causing a disturbance and whatever other things. Because every once in a while the cops come and like push everybody out and they have to leave and they just leave all their shit. But other than that, that's all it is. And then I heard from somebody else that the people who were living there or somewhat living there, they hang out with the people who work at the public storage on the corner. And when public storage closes, the workers from public storage go over and hang out on the mattresses with these people and like get high. And I don't have anything in that public storage, but I'm kind of glad now. But that's not good. That's bad. But that's crazy that it's like a little outdoor apartment that everyone in the neighborhood's using. Like all the unhoused people in the neighborhood are using. But yeah, it was broad daylight. It was like fucking 11:45 in the morning when I saw what I saw coming around that corner. And I was just like, it is really early for this kind of shit, guys. That's some visual. Yeah. Believe me. I had to walk past and I didn't want to like completely put my head down and fall off the curb or anything like that. But yeah. I think that's the first woman I've seen masturbate in the neighborhood. I see dudes doing it all the time, but that was the first woman I saw do that. At first, I thought maybe it was like she had an itch or something. But once you know what motions do what, you quickly go, oh, good God. No, that's not what's happening actually right now. When you smoke rock, you only have time to watch. Where you live sounds crazy AF. It I This is what's stupid. I always thought it was like kind of lively and all this stuff. And it's exciting that things are constantly happening and something's always going down. But in seeing how other people like in the building like react to it and how much it like causes them grief, this is the first time I have been like, oh wow, maybe this is a lot. Maybe the energy from this is too much. Because sometimes you can feel the energy, it's just like you can cut it, if it's like too heavy. But I always just said, well, dude, that's the city. That's fucking LA. That's what it's like, whatever. But I felt really bad yesterday. Like everyone was super like depressed about everything. And just complaining, and like apparently like the gate in the back's broken. Our Amazon locker is broken. What else happened? Something else in the building just broke. Like windows on the first floor broke or something. And everyone's just like really down. And so now I'm feeling like an asshole because I'm like, yeah, dude, the city's alive. Can't you feel it? Isn't it great? And everyone's like, no, this is fucking garbage. This is not what life's like. This is not what life should be. Like, you shouldn't be scared to walk down the street. You shouldn't be scared to walk your dog, And I agree, you shouldn't be. But, like, I don't know. And then you have all of these, like, there's a lot of, like, posted bills. I don't know how you say it, but like where it says like post no bills, and then people like put up like giant posters and stuff like that all over town now. There's all of these things, and I think this was done before and it's just now happening again. But all these big signs that say rent is theft, and like I understand why it says what it says. I agree with a lot of what it says because of how high rent prices are moving, especially when there isn't as much demand as there was a couple years ago, and the increase in rent is moving faster than inflation. Like, just none of it makes any sense. So I completely understand it and I get it. But I also think that even though I agree with that, it's also causing the unhoused community in the park. Like, I could tell they're getting angry, if that makes sense. Like they're getting I don't want to say unionized, but I don't know another way of putting it. Like, they're kind of coming together under that, and like you'll just hear them like yell it, and whenever there's something going on, like, I don't know, it's just there's something happening and you can feel it, you can sense it, and it's gonna pop off. And there's no other way around it. It is gonna happen. Okay, so I am missing a cover for this, and I think I know where it is. Why did I have it not with the rest of them? That doesn't make any sense. But now we can staple. So I get out the fun stapler. Let's see what this says. Dude, that's why living in the country, even if just out of town, is best, because your energy can breathe and rest and be fucking purified every day. country to me is more lush than it is to you, I guess. Well, I lived in, again, like right before living here, I was in Big Bear for 6 months, which is up in the mountains, like trees, skiing, bears, all that shit. And then for 2.5 years before that, I was living in the desert, like literally in the middle of nowhere, building like a off-grid homestead thing. And then 4 years before that, for 4 years, I was in Big Bear again. And then before that, I was in Hollywood. So, like getting out of the city to go there was great. I felt when I first got to Big Bear, I felt so good. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I should have done this years ago. But then I realized that every weekend, all the assholes from LA go up to Big Bear to go hiking and go skiing and go mountain biking and do all that stuff. So all the people I was trying to get away from in the first place ended up coming to my neighborhood as tourists once a week. And like not liking the people in LA is one thing, but then having them turn into tourists, like that's a whole other level of fucked. Like I don't know how else to explain that. And then when from Thanksgiving on for the next couple months, because of the ski season, sometimes it's more than a weekend. They just come and they're there for weeks and you just deal. See, that one I could cut probably. So we'll see if I could actually do that. All right, let me put this stuff away so I can have a cigarette because now I'm all jarbled all over the place. So in the box, and here, let me close that. All right, and we are good to go. Ermengersh. I don't know. I feel like I'm probably going to end up being kind of a nomad. Like, as much as I want to have roots somewhere, and as much as I want to have a home that I could always come back to, because that's really important for me. Because like my family had that for years and years and years, for generations. Like there was never a time when any of us ever felt like we could end up homeless, because there was always that one house in Cyprus that belonged to like my grandparents. You know what I'm saying? And then after they died, the family just kind of hung on to the house. And whenever anyone was on like hard times, that's where they went and that's where they stayed. And sometimes a bunch of us would be there. And sometimes it was just my sister. Sometimes it was my sister and her family. Sometimes it was me and my family. And sometimes it was like my uncle. Like it was just like this ever changing thing. And it got to the point where we like couldn't afford to keep it. And so when that house was gone, that was like 2012, I think. Or no, I think it was 2009 actually, or 10. I don't know, something like that. But that fucked my family up, and we all like everything seemed to get more real, and like this idea that shit, like what are we gonna do if things get fucked? And my family's not that close, so it's just tough shit, and we won't talk about it, and I'll see you at Christmas, you know. But I don't know, like I feel like everything I do, it's like for a couple years here, a couple years there, a couple years here. And I wish I could push that out a little farther, maybe do 4 years here and there instead of 2, because I fucking hate moving so much. I absolutely fucking hate moving. And I'm going to move again as soon as like I get through the next couple months here and get whatever surgery I need to get done, do the whole thing. And I don't know. So, but yeah, I'm going to be probably moving to um, East County, LA, or South County, LA. Don't know exactly what yet. I would love to just move to Venice or Santa Monica. That would be like best case scenario. But again, like I have to be able to find and afford a place out there. So there's that. But might end up somewhere else. Um, I miss the countryside. Says JH. Um, that sucks. I've always dreamed about living in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Really? How come? Did you ever live there before? Like, what is it just like you like what it looks like on the map, or you just thought that was like as far as you could get from everybody? I'm just one of those people that thrive better, do better when they're around bodies of water. Um, that's a thing that I've noticed. And the thing that sucks about Southern California, I guess, is the best way to say this. You can go to the beaches and you could find empty stretches of beach. Totally. Totally you can. Not in the summer. You can in the late fall, all through the winter and early spring before what considered spring break starts. After that, um, pretty much any beach you go to, you're going to be on top of somebody. And which is crazy because there's a lot of sand and you're still going to be on top of people. And traffic by the beach, like up and down PCH, like during the summer, is just a fucking nightmare. So maybe that's one of those things where I'd be like, oh, I should get a place near the beach and then Airbnb it during the summer. And I just will not be anywhere fucking near there during the summer. I guess there's that. But I've also been kind of toying with the idea of moving to Mexico, like to the Gulf side, and just sit in water with a laptop. Like just sit in a little chair with a drink, typing, little bungalow. Oh my God. Yes, please. Just eating some fucking fruit off a tree and then maybe some kind of meat at night. I don't know. I'm really easy for the most part. No, haha, I don't really know if it's that place, but I've checked out Maine before and thought it was close. It wasn't right. Thought about Seattle, but in the up, you're surrounded by water and you can see the northern lights. Oh, yeah, totally. And no one's there. Old Man in the Sea. Oh, totally, dude. I, hey, you want to hear about how that book could be better? Let me write it. Just kidding. Not kidding. But yes, I always felt like I was born in the wrong place, that I should have been born by the water. It feels fucking holy to me. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I don't know what it is, dude. Like you can just and like you go to the beach like here, like especially in Venice, but also in Santa Monica too. Which is funny because like when I go to like Huntington Beach or Seal Beach or Sunset Beach or Newport Beach, any of these other beaches kind of in the area, you don't see this as much. But when you go to Santa Monica and Venice, especially, you will see people just staring out into the ocean, just standing on the sand, staring into the ocean, and they will stand there for hours and just like do what the fuck it is they need to do. And it's funny because I always go like, dude, these fucking people are crazy. They're just standing here staring at the water. And then I realize I've been standing in the same place, staring at the water, and every once in a while looking at them, thinking they're weird, realizing I'm doing the exact same fucking thing. It's fucking crazy. It's kind of tranquil. I love the sound of the water. I do not love the sound of the helicopters and airplanes going over the water, which is why Santa Monica isn't always the first choice for me. But yeah, so there's that. But just the water, man, it's great. And it's not even that it's beautiful or anything like that. It's just the fact that it's vast and the temperature changes when the water hits you, and the sound. It's just like a completely different thing. I don't know how to describe it, but I absolutely love the beach, and I would be going there a lot more if my knee wasn't so fucked up. Yeah, having a hard time sleeping if it's too quiet. Like, it's funny because when I was out in the desert, even though like there was no city noise, there was so much like nature noise that like I was just always hearing stuff, and that drove me crazy. When I lived in Big Bear, it was quiet, and when it snowed, it was really quiet. But when it wasn't snowing, you could still hear things. Okay. When I lived in Oregon for a little over a year, and it was in Eugene, but on uh Good Pasture Island, I think is what it was. It's like the Willamette River and another river meet, and so there's like this chunk of land that is surrounded by water, and it's an island ish. It's not really an island, but it's an island or whatever. Um, and that was so quiet that I didn't know what to do. Like, I would wake up in the morning and go sit outside, and it would just be silence to where you can hear your ears. Like, you can hear the silence, and it's like deafening, and it feels almost like a vice, like your head's in a vice. And that tripped me out so bad. And I was there for, again, like 13 months. When I came back to Southern California, I was constantly having panic attacks because there was so much sound, and it was never actually dark at night. It was still totally bright because of all just the lights around the city. Um, that took me a couple months to get used to before I had like a good night's sleep. That was crazy. But it's nuts that I was in the fucking middle of the desert and it was still louder than it was in Oregon. That's crazy. Oh, man, I let this coffee go cold. That is totally cold. Wow. I thought it would still be kind of a little warm, possibly. No, that is cold. Okay, let me log that. Okay, let's see here. What does it say I have done? Oh man, that's it? Okay. I've only been fasting for 17 and a half hours. That's ridiculous. Seems longer. Ow. Let's see. How are you guys doing? All right. I am going to clean these up, and then I'm going to use my fancy stapler again because I'm so excited about it. Oh, it's so nice, guys. I haven't even been fasting for 7.5 minutes. Oh, shit. So, again, if you haven't seen it, it's amazing. I was skeptical. It looked flimsy, but this thing is effing amazing. To calm into a flow state. Well, if you want to be in a flow state, my friend, have a listen to this puppy purr. Oh my God. She's beautiful. Probably don't even have to push that hard. Let me see if I could do that again and push not hard. Here we go. This is the thing. Remove that. Wow. That one even started weird and ended up great. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Doodle doodle doo 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 doo. Oh, I love it. Okay, so this is the Bosch Tech booklet stapler. And my God, I am in love. Doesn't take much. Looking forward to your hairspray erotica. Oh. Get out the lube, my friend. You are going to have yourself one of the finest nights possible. Guaranteed. I forgot that I was supposed to start hairspraying covers already. God damn it. Okay, I'm a little bit behind. That's okay. We are moving. This is so fast. This is crazy. I'm gonna have so much more time now to, like, I don't know, think of other things I could do to fill my time. I'm enjoying this, guys. Do any of you people here, any of you people, do any of you guys listen to those whispery ASMR channels where they like whisper and tap stuff and do things like that? Do things like that. It's so weird. I don't get it. I don't understand. But that's like a big, legit thing. So, poems in that book. Let me talk about that for a minute since we're here. So, the hairspray erotica thing that you're talking about, the poems about fucking book. Some of the poems in it, like there's a poem about this situation where when I was 14, when I hooked up with a 42-year-old woman in front of her husband, which was really awkward and weird. And my friends were there too, and my friends made it awkward and weirder and all this other stuff. So that's in there. There's a poem about the woman I lost my virginity to and all of that shit and how that went down and how I feel like I did her dirty. And then there's other stuff that's like more societal, about sex and stuff like that. And then there is some other stuff that's kind of more like how my views of sex have changed over the years. Even the period where I decided sex was boring and I got really cynical about it and tried to like start this revolution that I was the only one a part of, and how that blew up in my face. So stuff like that. So that's what the poems in that book are for the most part. I spent a couple days once listening to people crush flowers made of soap with their hands. It was kind of nice. I love when like somebody tells you something that sounds kind of weird and kind of strange, and it was kind of nice. I love that. JH says, I'm very susceptible to ASMR, but not really a regular listener. And then Chill Baby says, that was an awesome poem book sell. I mean, yeah, if all of that sounded interesting, you are correct. So go pick up Poems About Fucking Now. Actually, let me finish spraying the covers with hairspray. And then you can go pick it up. Yeah, so 5, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 5 are gone. So I have 55 left now. I wonder how long I'm going to be able to remember exact numbers in my head. Because if history has taught us anything, it's that if I don't actually write things down and stay on top of it, I quickly fuck that up. Oh, shit. Oh, it's that little fucking dog wanting to fight the big dog. Little dogs are funny, dude. Oh, fucking Jeff has a fucking Frenchie. I'm gonna fucking Frenchie. Either want a Frenchie or like a real, like, American bulldog, like big old jowls and just like a little stocky fuck that doesn't really do anything. That would be great. We're almost done here, folks. perfect. Let's see. Oh, it's still okay. Good. Why does that keep happening? Is there something I'm doing? Yeah, maybe that's me. I think I'm doing something wrong. Let me see. Oh, people drive me crazy. Oh, that's way better. Okay, I'll just do that from now on. Boom. Okay, last one, and then I have to hairspray covers because I have to set them up all over the place. But boom. All right, cool. Done. All right, I still haven't done the actual inventory spreads, but you know, there's 24 hours in a day. I'll be able to figure it out. So, thank you for hanging out with me again for the second time today. I hope you guys are all well and have a wonderful night. Keep buying my books, type hard, and I will talk to you all later.